pesky phone crash. We're back. Everybody has to know that, like, when Stevie Wonder, when Herbie Hancock came with Rocket, Don't Stop It, when he would talk through the pipe, I think obviously Roger Troutman and Zapp kind of made this voice box popular, but the vocoder, honestly, I think Herbie Hancock was probably one of the first, at least in this country, on this soil, to really use that. So thank you for the one eye. You're back. The phone crashed, and we have to go in and see the kids anyway. But I just wanted to share how awesome he was and what it took me to. If you know anything about Herbie Hancock's spiritual practice, he's Buddhist. He practices Buddhism. And, there's a lot of chanting, and he's talked about that before. But prayer, like chanting, like anything, is to relieve resistance. And it relieves resistance to your good, because our good is everywhere evenly present. And our 5 days of discipline are helping us to, for me, remember my intention was to be consistent. The intention I set after yesterday's shenanigans and fiascos was to work on self-discipline, self-control, impulse management, doing the things that I needed to do, and when given the choice, to do them. This morning was this amazing morning because, admittedly, I stayed out a little late last night after the show. A friend and I went to eat. Then I came home knowing I had to get up super early this morning. And of course, I didn't want to get up. But I prayed. I just began to pray. Obviously, alarms went off. We all have that situation. But I said, you wrote the book, and that's why I was showing everybody the book. You wrote the book because prayer is what pulls us out. It's what shapes us up on the inside. It's our internal workout. Like we go to the gym for muscles on the outside of the body, but prayer is the inside workout. I'm looking around because people are walking through the parking lot. So in this week of discipline, we're on day 5 of discipline, I'm still establishing, and that's okay. And what I do have a discipline for is gratitude. And that's what I just want to say a few things about this morning. And I think that turns out to be the most important thing. That's the greatest discipline to form, the discipline of gratitude for every step. Because that's what this has been. This idea that I was going to become consistent all of a sudden in the things that I really want to be consistent in. And it's not necessarily all of a sudden. We did 7 days of surrender. We did 7 days of order. But in my mind, this 7 days of discipline was not necessarily going to be a piece of cake, but it was going to be at least a cupcake. It was going to be something that I thought I could like slide right into. And honestly, the God's honest truth is it feels like it's been everything but. But what I realized last night with so many dreams coming true, and I realized when I woke up this morning, beginning with gratitude. Because honestly, I had to just start just to get out and pull it together. I've got a lot of decisions to make right now. All of us do. I just had to start praying. And honestly, I just started praying my Franklin prayers. And on my ride down the freeway, I get a lot done mentally in the car because it's just me. And I don't always put on music because I want to practice hearing God. I want to silence my mind before I walk in the classroom. And so that's kind of a discipline, a consistency that I've built. So really, honestly, this morning, day 5 of discipline is just to say the prayers work because they shifted me. I got out of bed. I felt like my mind was more attuned. Discipline ourselves to be grateful. And however grateful you are, be even more grateful for every little thing, big thing, tiny thing. And that's like the 2 biggest things. I wrote the book because I experienced the prayers working. Looking at the time, I experienced the prayers working, but just in a tight situation, and I waited till a tight situation to really, really call on them. But that's really the discipline, just saying, okay, what works? And then not waiting till like the hammer is down. That's it. So there it is. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's not everybody else. Let us try to remember things before we get in the clutch. That's a discipline. And there's so many. Let us just be grateful. I had so many increases in us because I realized that there's just a lot going. I feel like I'm at a wall. I feel like I'm at a place where fear really takes over. And I want to break through that. And what breaks through fear? And it's like a lot of things, because we've been working with that 2 Timothy. God has not given us a spirit of fearfulness or fear, but of love, power, and of a sound mind, which self-discipline is what the other translations say. And that's what we really want to break through to. But I just figure wonder, worry, those are the things I think that cause fear. And what kind of dissolves wonder and worry? Confidence and faith. So this morning when I woke up, I kind of figured that out and then just disciplined myself to pray until I could get my feet on the floor, until I could stand and get in the shower and get out of the door, get down the freeway with ease, continuing to pray. And so discipline has, I won't lie, it has not quite turned out like I thought it would, but so grateful for the opportunity. So like I said, disciplining ourselves to call upon the one that the power within us. And when because people say the one is within us, just so we know, discipline ourselves to know that the one, that one power, that one presence, divine mind, it's within us. Our mind, connecting link. We're always connected, always connected. Discipline ourselves to know that and to know that truth, and just disciplining ourselves to be more grateful. I saw 2 eyes, I saw 3, and it keeps going back and forth. So I'm grateful. With that, I've shown you the book, The Franklin Prayers. It's on sale, Amazon, Kindle, and paperback. I should have a date on workbooks very soon. I just want to shout out, I can't obviously say the school I'm at, but I'm disciplined in being grateful for the opportunity. They're calling on me to take a steady part-time position, and so I'm praying about it. I want the children to have the best. I'm believing that God is going to deliver that best through me. So I'm praying about the best decision to make. I'm calling for an increase in faith and understanding, because the things that appear like they might be in conflict with my perception of how things go, I want to get through that. With that, though, it's time for me to still be ahead of the game, walk in here. And I can say this, I've got to prepare a physics lesson, and I want to go in here and work on it. Anybody who knows me knows my degree is in math. Certainly have had some physics. I started out in engineering, came out to California to be a filmmaker, have traversed a lot of territory since I've been here, grateful for it all. That alchemist journey where you've taken every piece of everything you've gotten from Heal and Dell to make you better wherever you stand, bloom where we are planted, be in the now moment. All of those things are disciplines too. 4 eyes, I think that's the most I've ever seen at one time. I'm so grateful. I love it. I see the number 4. With that, really, I am going to pray because that's the most important thing. I open with prayer. We're going to close with prayer. This is what I'm going to say. Get your Franklin prayers. Pray throughout the day. And if you haven't gotten it yet, this is what I will say. Pick one. I've posted a bunch. Pick one and work that one. Work that one. Discipline yourself to find the one that you might need and use it throughout all time. 7 days of discipline is what we're working on. So let us take, finally, our Franklin prayer. Increase in us. Slow it down. Increase in us that discipline that discovers our truest interest. Strengthen in us the resolution to perform what that discipline dictates. I will let it be, and so it is. Blessings to your day.